actually come a long way since the days, when we could only access product information, by the knock at the door salesmen. That's the era of traveling salesmen, okay? And we've proceeded from that era to the era of media, okay? Let's say the newspapers, the magazine, the television, and the radio, which actually give us, information about products that are available and where we can actually source them from, okay? Or where we can buy them. And that way we get to the stores, to the shops, and all that to get product information and the product that we want. Fast forward to this day, okay? Oftentimes, if you are the kind of person that is social media inclined and all that, I believe you must have bought something online, and you never had, any prior product information about that particular product, except the day you came online, or maybe you were even on social media doing something else, and you see a product that resonates with you. Immediately, you searched online for reviews, for images, and all that. And while you are searching online, you were able to stumble on reviews and other posts, and also get across sales page, which actually convinced you to buy the product. And you ended up buying a product you never knew about from a total stranger without having to meet the person one-on-one and all that. So this is just to show you how, words can actually convince total strangers to buy your product. And using those words is an aspect of sales, or it's an aspect of marketing, which is called copywriting. That's playing with words, combining the right words to actually either create value and make the target audience or the prospect or the customer or the future client interested in whatever thing you want to sell, and that way you are able to convince them and get them to sell or to purchase from you. Welcome back to my channel, and this is Francis Eze. And if this is your first time of coming to this channel, I will indulge you to like this video, subscribe and click the bell notification icon. And if you are a returning viewer, I believe you must have liked this video and you must have subscribed. But if you haven't, also do well to like, subscribe, and click the bell notification icon, so that whenever I drop hot content like this on how to make money online, you would actually be the first to be notified. And also, I drop content on things surrounding making money online. Okay, so sales, copywriting, and sales copy is these are processes, or these are components that do with you trying to convince a customer, or you convincing a customer to buy your service or to buy your product without seeing them or without meeting them one-on-one. All these are done on a platform, or on paper, or with content. Let me put it that way: either on paper, on digital platform, or as a way of presenting your content. You use words to sell things to your customer, to convince them. You can actually use those words to demonstrate value, identify the business or the individual pain or what they have interest in. You can, as well as pique their interest, okay, make them or create desire in them to want whatever product or service that you offer. You can also use words to create interest or create sense of urgency, and offer, let's say, bonuses, discounts, and all that, just to make your future customer or your future client or your lead or your prospect to buy whatever service that you offer. So needless to say that sales is a word game, which only those that play it right ends up making lots and lots of sales. Okay, but if you don't play it right, you will end up not convincing your future customer to buy from you. Okay, so as a digital marketer, or as a salesperson, or as a copywriter, you have to use your word rightly if you really want to make sales and or get leads, or convince persons to buy whatever thing you are selling. And you don't want to lose deals because you weren't careful enough with your words. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you 17 words. Those 17 words are common. Personally, I use those words before I realized that they're actually wrong to be used on my sales pages and on my sales copy. So these 17 words, they're actually common. In fact, in some books that were written some years back, these words are words that copywriters advise you to use on your sales page to actually get the audience to buy. But nowadays, things change. Individuals change. The way they interact with online platform change, and the way they interact with sales pages change. So at the moment, these 17 words, they may seem common to you, but they're actually wrong. So if you still use them on your sales page, I would advise you to stop. And without wasting much of your time, let's head right to it. The first one is the word honest, or to be honest. How do you feel about when someone tells you to be, maybe you're having a discussion with someone along the line, the person tells you to be honest? Actually, nothing changes. And also, when you use that line, it strikes this it creates this feeling in your listeners' mind that, oh, all you've been saying earlier on, we aren't the truth, or we aren't honest, and that way it's not. You don't want to create that feeling in your future customers. Then the next one is advice. Not everybody that comes to your content or to your sales page needs your advice. Instead of trying to advise them on what to do, why not present your product or your service or your offer in such a way that it solves their problem? Let them know what your product or service will help them to achieve, instead of you trying to advise them to do this or to do that. Okay, so avoid that word, advice. The third one is customers. On your sales page, when you're trying to convince a future client to buy your product, don't refer to those that bought from you as customers. Okay, rather refer to them as clients or people that you serve. Because when you use the word customer gives your audience or your future client that mindset that, oh, you are trying to sell to him or her, and nobody wants to be sold to. Okay, then the next one is that's number 4, is objections. Instead of you to focus on objections when you are writing out, or when you are crafting your sales copy or your sales page and all that, don't focus on objection. Rather, focus on areas of interest. Assuming your phone could do this and could do that. No need of saying your phone don't do this or don't do that. Or if you're using your phone, you shouldn't do this. If you're using this phone, you shouldn't do that. Focus on what the phone does. Don't bring in objection, because it's more like a negative word. And the moment you strike that negative feeling in your future clients, trust me, that sale you're not going to get it. Okay, so the next one is forbidden. It sounds very, very bad. This negative word, from the forbidden fruit that we know in the Bible. You know how since then, when anybody hears that word forbidden, like, it strikes this negative chord of, oh, like, you put that person on defensive. And when you put someone that you're trying to market something to or sell to on defensive, that means that deal is most likely not going to be closed. Okay, so the next word is price. Instead of you to use price, use investments. Okay, replace price with investment. The next one is competitor. Don't always focus on your competitors. Don't talk about my competitor this, my competitor that. Rather, focus on how your product or service is going to meet the needs of your future clients, and also how it's going to exceed their expectation. Okay, so the number 8 is the word guarantee. When you hear the word I guarantee this product, it doesn't make any sense. It's now a cliche. Okay, so instead of using guarantee, use a more stronger word, which is warranty. Okay, people feel better when you tell them that you have a warranty of 2 years or 3 years on these products. Whatever that happens to it, bring it back. We're going to replace it for you. Or money back guarantee. If you use this product and you don't like it, you can bring it back and we'll refund you without asking questions. That's a better one. Okay, instead of using blank, I guarantee you this and that. So the next one is perhaps more like maybe. It makes your copy. It makes your copy appear as if you're not confident in the product that you are marketing to that customer. And when you are not sure or you're not confident enough about it, you don't expect your future client or your prospect to actually believe what you are selling or trust what you are selling. The next one is prospect. Instead of you to use prospect, use future clients. If you are conversant in this video, you see that I've been using future clients instead of prospects. Okay, so the next one is hope. Don't use the word hope. Hope makes it look as if you are not sure of what you are selling. Don't use that word hope, please. Okay, it's very, very wrong. Then the next word is don't. Don't. I've said it earlier on. Don't use negative words in your sales copy or on your sales page. Instead of you using don't, focus on what the product do. Don't refer to things that the product doesn't do. Okay, focus on the benefits of the product, why that service or that product is going to benefit your future clients, or how the product or service is going to benefit them. Okay, so the next word is obviously. When you just imagine I'm talking to you now and we're having a discussion, and I end up you say something and my response is obviously. It strikes that chord or that sensation or feeling in your head that, oh, this person is trying to show me that I'm not smart enough to understand what he or she is saying. And the moment you create that feeling on the person you're marketing to or selling to, trust me, that deal, you're not going to close it successfully. Okay, so the next word is buy, the word buy. Instead of using buy, replace it with the word own or take home. Okay, then the next word is problem. Don't use problem when you're talking about I know you are trying to solve your future client's problem. Instead of you using problem, use challenge or hindrance, because when you use problem, you make them feel so bad, like, oh, my problem and all that, and you put them on defensive kind of. Then the next word is maybe. Just like perhaps when you use maybe, it shows that you're not sure of you're not confident enough in that product, and that's a wrong way to market anything to anybody. You're not actually putting out a very good representation of your service or your products. Okay, then the last one but not the least is the word cost. Instead of using cost, because when you use cost, the future client or the person that you're trying to market to feels like they have other options where they can get the product, or there are other available options. If the cost of this that means maybe if I should remove this or remove that or do this or do that, there could be a reduction in cost, or there could be, you understand? No, you don't want to do that. Instead of using costs, use total investment, because when you put total investment, they feel like, oh, this is all I have to invest, or this is all I have to put in to have this, or to have this problem solved, or to have that solved. Okay, so having known these 17 words to avoid in your sales copy, I believe that if you have sales copies currently, you have to go and edit these words, replace them with the right ones. And also, if you plan on writing anything, selling anything online and all that, make sure you replace the words I mentioned here with the alternative ones that will give you higher chances to make better sales and close deals as much as possible. Okay, so having been with me in this video up to this moment, I wish to thank you so much. And if you have not liked this video or subscribed or click the bell notification icon, I would indulge you to do so that whenever I drop content like this on how to make money online, you'll be among the first to be notified. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you next time.